Hey everybody, good morning. It is 10:10 on the East Coast. Hey everybody, come on in. I hope everybody is warm. All right, let's get started. I hope everybody is well. I know a lot of us, um, a lot of us are in a winter weather, so we got beautiful souls. Some of us got what anywhere from 2 inches all the way up to 18 inches. I heard. Or anyway, I know we only got probably like we got sleep first, and then we got maybe close to 2 inches, where others probably got 4 to 5. Others got a lot bit more. Of course, up north, New Jersey, New York, those surrounding areas, Connecticut, I heard they got more than 5 inches. But the snow is so beautiful. Our sun is actually out. Excuse me, guys. And our sleet and snow is have tapered off today. They said that we would get um, weather up until 1 o'clock, but we do have the beautiful sun shining on the snow this morning. But I love to see the snow. I have been waiting for the snow, but I also like to be able to get out too as well. So I guess you can't have it both ways, right, y'all? Anyway, happy Monday reset to everybody. Wake up, good morning. Most of you all are already up. Most of you all are early wakers. And most of the time I'm up at 7. Sometimes I get up before 7 and then I'll just go back to sleep. But sometimes that calls for you to study, right? But anyway, it's Monday Reset. I am live on my Labor and Love Mission YouTube channel. I'm also live on LinkedIn this morning. So those are the only two platforms I'm live on this morning. I actually tried to get on my second Facebook page, but it was not connecting, but that is okay. But just for our Labor Love followers, and I hope you guys, if you're not following Labor and Love, the YouTube channel Labor and Love, come over. We have a Labor and Love podcast, and actually, we are getting ready next week. We have been sharing our content and flyers for our second season in the Labor and Love podcast. This, for those of you who don't know me, this is my second podcast that I started January the 3rd, 2025. The Lord had put it on my heart to do a second podcast and to make it different, to talk more about love and ministry in a biblical way, to talk about our flaws, our faults, our comebacks, and how we can encourage and help one another. And so they're going to be um, a lot of different guests that's going to be on the Labor and Love podcast. Usually, me and my co-host, we do a. She only comes with me with me in February to do the Labor and Love series. So her name is Tamika, one of my dear sisters. So I am the owner of the podcast, but she only comes with me to do the annual February series podcast. So all this month in February, we will be hosting um, the Love Talk series, and our theme is "Do you believe in love?" and how love is supposed to be reciprocated. We did our first one last year in 2025, so we have geared up to um, finish our second season this February. But I'm also with other guests who wants to be a part of the show. Um, we will have leaders, teachers, pastors, ministers. If you are a teacher of the gospel, we definitely would love to have you. If you are a believer, we would love to have you on the Labor and Love podcast because we're going to be talking about, you know, the labor of ministry, the labor of God's work, the labor of love. So if you guys want to check out the summary and what labor and love is about, it's on all podcast platforms. Go ahead and check out. You can check out season one. We did only record in the month of February and some in March of last year. We didn't do a lot, but we did do our series for our first season, and now we're coming back. And this year, I expect to do more recordings on season two. Excuse me, guys, if my voice is hoarse. I'm going to get something to drink. So I just had to go get me some tea. I'm doing a whole lot better than last week, you guys. All right. Um, so yes, that's just a little bit of recap of what we're doing on Labor and Love. And on Labor and Love, some of you might not know that we do Monday Reset on Labor and Love. We do Wednesday Wisdom Live on Wednesdays, and we do Therapy Thursday on Thursdays. Um, and if I'm not live, and then you will see content uploaded, you will see video content loaded. So make sure that you subscribe to get the notifications. And of course, I'm on my LinkedIn personal page as well. We got a lot of things, great things going on. And so we are resetting, you guys, for this week. Actually, our new week was, um, although we celebrate our start of our new week and new reset week on Sundays. We know that going into Monday is pretty much a work day for most of us, and we want to reset our minds and we want to reset our thoughts. Some of us wasn't able to go to work because of the winter storm, and some of us are working from home. And I know that way too well as well. But we are resetting our minds. We are resetting our souls on this week. We are resetting our thoughts on this week. And so that's what I want us to do on this week. Reset our thoughts, reset our minds. Um, there's so much I know you guys have heard that has happened in other states over the week. I mean, over the weekend. I won't get into that because that's not what this is about. We want to reset with motivation and inspiration so we can keep our minds clear, so we can keep our minds positive and not think negative thoughts. So, what I want to say is that on today, let's reset our thoughts. Let's reset our minds. Let's reset the fact that um, when there's a will, there's a way. Let's reset and revamp our thoughts to know that when there is a will, there's a way, and we have to understand that all things are going to work for our good. All things are going to work for your good. All things are going to work for my good, and so we are resetting our thoughts on this Monday. We are resetting our thoughts for January 26, 2026. Doesn't that sound good? January the 26th, 2026. And let's just be thankful and grateful that we're here. Hey, Ebony, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for the compliment. Feel free to share. So let's just reset our thoughts that we were able to get up. We were able to go and do what we needed to do. We are able to get up and fulfill purpose again. We're able to fulfill purpose this week. We're able to do our job to the best of our ability, to the best of our excellence on this week. Let's be grateful for the fact that we still have another chance to do these things. We still have another chance to go about getting things right, going about our day, going about helping one another, going about picking up the phone and calling someone that you haven't talked to, that you haven't been able to get to see. Um, you know, you're welcome. You're welcome. And we want to make sure our hearts are pure. We want to make sure our intentions are pure. in everything that we do, we want to make sure that our heart is pure, our intentions are pure, our thoughts are pure. That's why I said on this Monday, on this week, we are going to reset our thoughts. Let's reset our thoughts. Let's reset our mind. Let's reset our hearts. Um, and make sure that we're doing everything that we're doing to the best of our ability to expect those great things, expect great results, not just expecting great results from yourself or someone that you know. Expect great results from others that you don't haven't even came to meet, that you don't know. Expect great things to go well in their life, you know. um, so I'm excited for what's going to happen on this week. I'm excited for everything that's going to take place as long as we are making sure that we show up. We're making sure that we be obedient. Those things are going to take place. Those things are going to take place. And so let's keep a heart of a great expectation on today. Let's keep a heart of excellency on today. Let's keep our heart of being mindful of what we say and how we say it, what we do and how we do it. Let's keep that spirit of gratitude. Let's keep a spirit of integrity. And let's keep a spirit of we have to be accountable for our own actions, our own thoughts. Everybody's not going to do something like you would do it. Everybody's not going to think like you would think. Everybody, somebody else may have a different opinion, that you may have a different opinion, but we all have to make sure that our intentions are pure, and we need to be mindful of other people's opinions, even though we may disagree, even though we may not agree with what he or she may have to put out, but they may not agree with what you may have to put out. But we have to be mindful of each other's opinions. We have to be mindful for each other's thoughts, and that's just vice versa. That's just like giving each other space, giving each other time to speak, giving each other time to share your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions, and what's on your heart. To come to an agreement. It's all about coming to an agreement. But in 2026, again, as I shared, coming into January, you guys, some of you may have seen the live, some of you may have not. But again, I just want to reiterate that 2026 is a season, um, and January is a month to where we have to make sure we catch up to speed. We got to make sure that we are doing the things that we are called to do. We got to make sure that we catch up to where the Holy Spirit wants us to catch up to. God is moving. He's doing some different things that we don't understand, but He's also doing some great things in your life that you prayed for and that you asked for. The other things that we see, and it may be some things that it's harsh. It may be some things that we can't just wrap around our mind, but we have to know that it's everything is in God's will. And we have to understand that He will not withhold any good thing from those who walk uprightly. He will not withhold any good thing from them who walks uprightly. His timing is perfect. And so we have to understand that, and we have to know that His timing is perfect. Even though it may feel like His timing can be forever, and Lord knows we can go back to the Bible days, and we can go back to our ancestors. We can go back to Abraham and all of our forefathers, and it seemed like time was forever. But when God showed up, He showed up quickly. When they went through that process, He showed up, and He showed up quickly, and He showed up with more than enough. And that's what we have to understand. Obedience is better than sacrifice. And as you know, Abraham, Noah, Daniel, Isaac, Jacob, David, as they obeyed, God did miraculous, wondrous things. Although they went through test and trial, those test and trial was worth it. And we have to go through test and trial in this time. But in this season, God is saying, as He give us the strength to overcome the test and trial, God is saying, I need you to catch up to speed to where I am taking you. And I'm saying this again because God reminded me of, my first Monday reset and live that I done, and as I was in my quiet time, and as I was meditating, and the Holy Spirit said that it's time for us to catch up to speed. A lot of us have been behind in doing things that he told us not to do, or picking up things that he told us not to pick up. But God is saying, I've placed things on your heart and in your hands, and it's time for you to catch up to speed, because I'm getting ready to do those things. He's getting ready to do those things in our life. So we got to make sure that we have an ear to hear, and we've got to make sure that we are in right position. We got to make sure that we're in the position so we can move with God. Yes, yes, showed up and showed out, Ebony. Yes, thank you so much for commenting. He shows up and he shows out. Like Ebony said, God shows up and he shows out. You won't even know that you've been waiting 5 years. You won't even know that you've been waiting 10. You won't even know that you've been waiting 15 years, because God is going to do what he said that he's going to do. So this is a season we gotta catch up. We gotta catch up, because God is saying for the things that we've asked for, God said you got to be ready for them. You got to be in motion. You can. One of my leaders was saying yesterday in her sermon, we have to make sure everything is in motion. That God has us in motion, and He's setting things in motion for us. And so I just thought of that when I heard the word emotion. One of my leaders shared that in her sermon yesterday. But today, you guys, this week on this Monday, let's reset our thoughts. Let's reset our minds, and let's build. We're building. We're in a season of building, and God said once you build, God said I'm gonna be ready to take you off. So you got to be ready to take off once you build, because he said a lot of us, we're supposed to been have caught up by now, but he's giving us a chance. This is 2026. I know things around us may look crazy sometimes, and we, like I said, we're not going to understand everything, but understand this, that God is still blessing, and God is still answering prayers. God is still doing the things that he said he's going to do. God is still shaping the foundation. God is still doing what he needs to do, and he's doing what he needs to do in your life. You just only need to receive and believe it. So thank you all for coming in. Whoever's on, whoever catches the replay, feel free to share this live video out. Not only you need it, but there's someone else's ears that needs to hear it, someone else's heart that needs to hear it. And before I go, just some announcements. I am wearing one of my merch shirts, Fearless Daughters. Catch Dreams apparel. I'm going to share some. Well, one of my teammates are going to be sharing some content out, as we're doing 25% off on jogger sets, and you also get a hat. With that, and we also have some more discount on some more items, and working on some more inventory, but I will be sharing that out again. Coming in, you guys heard me share about the Labor and Love season 2 that will start airing on February the 6th, and so get ready for that. And we are accepting even more guests on the Labor and Love podcast. Dream Fearless podcast is going to be coming up on 6 years, in March, and so we are taking recordings for the Dream Fearless podcast as well. And I've been sharing content gearing up for season 6 and that. So I'm excited. Again, if you need personal coaching, private coaching, me and my team at WCD Coaching Incorporated is here to help. One of my coaches that also coach with me, with my company named Deep. She's accepting clients. We go live once a week, preferably on Wednesdays. We will be going live um, on Facebook, I think, this week, if time permits. I know we have a lot of things going on this week, but we'll be going live on Wednesday, if time permits, on Facebook. But again, we have content out there. If you want to sign up, you can just book now. You can send us an email. One of us will definitely get back to you if you need personal or private coaching, or if you need business coaching. Um, I do that as well. But thank you all. Thank you, Ebony, for tuning in. Thank you for those who will catch the replay. And I will talk to you guys on this week. Stay safe and warm. Bye.